Ouais, on bien. On peut ça. Allez. Je me présente, je me nomme Eco-Sapeurs. La machine vous a grillé, il fallait sauver plus les suspects. Et moi, je suis avec ceux qui voient les amis sans griffe. J'ai le roi de la griffe canditose. Le commissaire de la planète. Le sorcier de la SAP.
This is wild.
Route à Paris, moi c'est Mundele, il bat la poteau. Elle est forte. Elle est trop forte.
So it's my first morning in Kinshasa, and I'm finally getting a taste of the outside world. Everybody here looks amazing. There's not a single person here who's wearing something boring. Hopefully I'll get a sense of how people put themselves together, but it means I really have to step up my game.
Kinshasa is the capital of the Democratic Republic of Congo, or DRC. It's the third largest city in all of Africa. Although the country is rich in minerals, the people of the DRC are among the poorest in the world, and more than half live on less than $1 a day. For the past 2 decades, a series of civil wars and armed conflicts between multiple rebel groups and militias have devastated the country. These wars and their aftermath have claimed more than 5 million lives. Today, violence and human rights abuses continue, predominantly in the eastern part of the country. But for the moment, the capital seems somewhat stable. It is against this complicated backdrop that Kinshasa's third Fashion Week is taking place.
It may look like I'm in a giant soccer field, but I'm not. I am. But this is actually the venue for the Fashion Week. It's called the Shark Club, and it's owned by the president's baby brother. It doesn't start till 7, and I've come here to see if I can see some of the models practicing. I guess it's this way. These rocks aren't gonna be easy on the heels. Ah. I've never been to a fashion show that's been outdoors. There's a volleyball court, there's a playground. Oh my God, look at that high dive. This place is amazing looking. Like, hasn't changed since the 60s.
Kinshasa Fashion Week began in 2013 with the aim of elevating Congolese designers to the international stage. Most of the models and designers are local, but the event is hoping to attract people from all over Africa to see the collections.
Regardez-moi ici, vous là-bas. La suivante, 2 fois la suivante. C'est simple. Réfléchissez.
On the other side of the catwalk, a different kind of rehearsal was happening.
Guess we'll just sit and watch. I don't know. Oh my God, oh my God!
Comme la religion catholique, protestante, en leur manière de prier. À Louis Vuitton, à Gianni Versace, au nom de Dieu de la religion. Amen.
The Sapeurs, members of La Sape, a fashion movement who are at the forefront of establishing a sartorial reputation for the Congo. Le Sap is the French acronym for the Society of Ambiance Makers and Elegant People. Through their flamboyant performances and appropriation of high fashion design, they have turned the art of dressing up into a cultural statement. This man, Kadi Toza, is one of their most vocal members.
Dès que vous me voyez, je vous présente mes habits. Je viens de faire de mon pays. Je suis congolais. Je crée le grand gilet.
Même ça, on va venir avant. Mais là, on va marcher sur la musique et catch. Ok?
It seems like you're getting really angry at them. What's going on?
On n'a pas eu assez de temps pour le préparer. Donc, du coup, on n'a pas eu assez de temps pour le coller. Donc, je dois être strict pour qu'eux, ils arrivent à maîtriser, quoi. Sinon, dans la rue, là où ils habitent, ils ont leur façon de se comporter. Ils sont free. Mais quand ils viennent sur scène, ils doivent respecter les normes de la scène.
Trop cher, ça s'appelle tornade.
It's very punk. Do you have this word?
Non, je ne connais pas.
Like challenges authority.
Un challenge, un défi, voilà, c'est ça. Il doit s'habiller plus que tout le monde. Il doit même s'habiller plus que lui-même. Il prétend qu'il est supérieur à tout le monde, tu vois.
How important do you think it is that the Sapeurs have a presence here at the Fashion Week?
À reconnaître la SAP dans une manifestation telle que Fashion Week, nous, ça nous fait waouh! On dit pas, ok, les gars, ils commencent à se rendre compte qu'on existe, qu'on est là, qu'on est important. Les sapeurs eux-mêmes sont aussi des modélistes, sont aussi des stylistes. Et les sapeurs, ils sont créateurs.
On fait la Western Mania en RTK, en Atocho, aux autres.
On a traversé des rives et traversé des frontières. On a mélangé des rythmes et inventé des cocktails. Du Congo ou d'ailleurs, notre mission reste la même.
I have the day today to do nothing before the Fashion Week, so I thought I'd get out of the neighborhood where my hotel is and hit the streets to figure out how people dress, maybe get my hair done in a local fashion. What do you think? Salon La Rose. It's pink. Should you try it? Je voudrais quoi pour mes cheveux? What's the most popular fashion for hair here?
Bon, j'aime bien ça, ma pomme, ma Kardashian, ma petite Kardashian.
I'm not really sure what we decided on, but I guess we're just going for it. Whatever you do, no scissors, okay? D'accord? Comprends? Ow! Oh my God.
Et ce soir.
Ow!
Non, madame, non.
Yes! I'm going to the Fashion Week. You know about it?
Na yo kaki. Ndeti nga bébé nga za na terre ba mannequin. Oui. Terre ngo ba luka, ngo makasi. Nga na terre mindele ya na terre ba Nice.
Are you going to come to the Fashion Week?
Non, madame.
No? Oh.
Bon, eza kaka eza esengo makasi malamu nde tolingaka kaka bavi na biso me nga vi na no mine mabe tobundaka na vi yango kaka baza un jour ka nzambe opambolaka nga bongo madame.
Fini?
Oui, c'est bon, hein?
Merci, c'est beau.
Oh.
What do you think?
C'est bon, madame.
In a good week, Savonnet takes home about $20. Entry to the Fashion Week costs $50, making it unaffordable to most Congolese. As I arrived back at the Shark Club, it was pretty clear that, as with most fashion weeks, this was an event for the elite.
Gloria, where Gloria? Maman, dépêche-toi. Je sais que tu es fatiguée, mais dépêche-toi. Vite, 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 vite. On y est?
The dominant look on the catwalk was African prints crafted into modern silhouettes, designed to appeal to a more international market. This event seemed to follow the blueprint of a more traditional fashion week, so I was looking forward to seeing how the Sapeurs fit into all of this. Of everything I'd seen so far at the Fashion Week, it was the Sapeurs that really piqued my interest. Kaditoza is one of the SAP's longest-standing members.
And all of these kids.
Soyez la bienvenue.
Merci. Can you tell me what the commandments are of being a sap?
La règle pour nous, la sape, c'est être bien sapé, bien coiffé, bien rasé, et puis bien parfumé.
And why do you think, in particular, the Congolese have this desire to be chic and an obsession with clothing?
On ne s'occupe pas vraiment de beaucoup de choses, mais nous nous occupons vraiment des habits. Et l'habit, c'est un bon ami qui nous amène jusque dans notre tombe. On va laisser le téléphone, on laissera nos montres, mais les habits, on va nous faire porter. Tu meurs comme ça, on te fait porter des habits pour que tu ailles dans la tombe.
When did the Sapeurs begin?
La SAP a débuté depuis très longtemps, vers les années 60. Nous, tous que nous parlons de la SAP ici, nous sommes... il y a chacun avec son idole, mais moi, mon idole, c'est Papa Wemba. Donc, Papa Wemba, c'est notre roi de la SAP.
Papa Wemba is a Congolese national treasure. After spending time in Paris, the musician returned to Kinshasa in the early 80s and was quickly crowned King of the Sapeurs. He popularized the Sapeur look in his homeland, drawing inspiration from his time in the discos of Europe. The movement influenced the youth to take pride in their appearance and dress to a high standard.
Je vous présente Papa Wemba, le roi de la sable de Kinshasa. Alors, c'est vous qui faites cette mode selon quels critères?
Quand je me trouve ici en Europe, je visite beaucoup de couturiers qui sont installés ici en Europe. Alors, j'en fais une mode à moi.
Vous faites votre propre mélange, c'est ça? Et vous ramenez tout cela à Kinshasa?
C'est ça, c'est ça.
Et on vous suit, la jeunesse...
La jeunesse est vraiment derrière moi, là.
The origins of the sap can be traced back to the early 1900s during the brutal period of colonization by the Belgians and French. The white masters, in effort to civilize their Congolese houseboys, would pay them in European clothing instead of money. Congolese men adopted this attire, but with such zeal, it became an act of defiance against their subjugation. The modern sapeur movement continues that tradition.
C'est pas un hasard d'être sapeur. Être sapeur, c'est inné, c'est pas un hasard. C'est dans le sang. C'est dans le sang, c'est inné.
Kaditoza, however, makes all of his own clothes and invited me to his workshop to check out his wares.
À partir d'ici jusqu'à là-bas, le tout, ça m'appartient.
And what do you make here?
Je me retrouve dans ma vie quand je couds comme ça, mais ma spécialité, c'est les habits extravagants, les habits qui n'existent pas au monde. Donc, c'est-à-dire quoi? J'aime bien le gilet, j'aime bien la cravate. J'ai aimé de faire un truc là en fil, quand je le pose, je le noue, ça devient un cravate mélangé gilet, avec gilet. C'est-à-dire que j'ai créé même les mots cra-gilet, un nom propre, cra-gilet. Donc, ça, c'est un nom propre, c'est pas un nom composé par exemple avec un trait d'union, non.
I mean, my impression coming here was that the Sapeurs only wore high fashion designers from abroad. I didn't know that they actually made their own clothing.
Non plus. C'est-à-dire quoi? Nous avons l'habitude toujours de porter les habits des Occidentaux, mais moi je me suis révolté à ça parce que, mais pourquoi pas ici au Congo, on peut avoir aussi une marque qui peut combattre aussi les habits des Occidentaux. Une marque congolaise. Ils sont des sapeurs. Si je lui dis directement ici qu'il s'habille pour... Directement, il fait les scandales.
Moi, j'aime bien travailler avec Kaditoza. On m'avait appelé ici, m'apprendre de faire la broderie. Kaditoza, c'est nos marques, les marques que nous aimons. Nous voulons que ça soit aussi partout dans le monde.
Je suis un sapeur. Je fais parler les habits. Je fais des démonstrations. Je fais des scantins dans la rue, c'est ça. On ne devient pas sapeur, mais on ne naît sapeur.
In my time here, I'm discovering that there are all sorts of different factions of the Sapeurs. It's not just the Kaditoza kind of punk Yoji Yamamoto Sapeurs. There's also a group of Sapeurs that are apparently making their clothing from the land. They're calling themselves Eco-Sapeurs. Wow. Is it hard to see with these? Hopefully you don't trip over anything. Oh my God. What are the guinea pigs for?
Tochangu po bazana nati bebi kisaka biso isova baninga msusu na maladi.
Oh, okay. And what are these things that you make everything out of?
Mayaka.
Mayaka?
Mayaka. Ube mansanga mayobi.
And what are they?
Euti na nzete na sima kudu pe nzete na mwezali.
What is this?
C'est le chapeau.
Chapeau
pharaon.
What do you think?
Vraiment, migitoko quoi.
And what's your backpack made out of?
Sac oyo, eza mboloko. To garder pena identité ya nyama mais marqué tout mutu longa parce que to kotika mutu te pour pesa tout ça mati.
Are you a sapeur?
Toi ba sapeur ko?
Yeah.
Ba sapeur parce que nous on est des créateurs. Donc oh tout eza ina bien ami sur ngai na koluka na comme ça on a idée oh eza ke mutu akolata na kingo na litoi na maboko na nzoto oh tout eza malamu ya mboka na biso to soit to portera en valeur.
This is like the most fun thing for me. I could stay here all day.
Oh, médaille.
Yeah. You gave me the only charm that looks like a ball sack. What do you think?
Artiste, io mo créant.
Nice. Coming here, I thought that the sapeurs were just label whores, that they were just obsessed with designer goods and that's all they wore. And what I found actually is that part of being a sapeur is making do with what you have in order to look exactly the way you want to look. Getting dressed and walking around is an activity here. The streets of Kinshasa are their runways.
Back at Kinshasa Fashion Week, the majority of the collections featured a distinctive printed fabric known as pan, the staple of a woman's wardrobe throughout West Africa. It's very versatile. It can be worn informally as simple draped clothing or as a fully tailored ensemble.
Is it cool to wear like a traditional pan, or is it like old ladies wear it?
C'est magnifique. On est bien fiers de ça.
I want one so badly.
Il y a plusieurs designers. Il y a Fanny Mandina, Karine Pala. C'est top designer les silhouettes en valeur. Ça dépend de ce que vous voulez.
The woman behind one of the more extravagant collections is eminent Kinshasa-based designer Fanny Mandina. The Congo has a limited ready-to-wear culture. Most people visit a tailor to get their outfits made from scratch. I decided to go through this process myself. So the next day, I stopped by the clothing showcase to ask for Fanny's help.
Walking around here in the Congo, it's very evident that everyone takes great pride in what they wear. Why do you think that is?
La Congolaise est une femme qui a un souci d'apparence extraordinaire. Parce que comme on dit pour la quinoise, bien sapée, donc elle préfère mourir de faim mais être bien sapée. J'estime que le pagne, aujourd'hui, actuellement, c'est devenu un symbole de l'identité vestimentaire de l'Afrique en général. Donc je pense que c'est une matière quand même assez importante qui fasse que ça revient de plus en plus sur tous les catwalks, ici en Afrique, mais à l'international aussi, je pense. La mode s'est universalisée. On s'habille partout, j'imagine, à New York, à Kinshasa et tout. Mais j'estime, je pense qu'il est toujours intéressant de garder quand même une petite identité culturelle.
Fanny agreed to make an outfit for me. The first step is finding the right fabric. Urzul, one of the models from last night's show, offered to lend me a hand.
On y va au grand marché. C'est le plus grand marché de Kinshasa, là où on va. Et on appelle ça Zando. Moi, je veux juste vous montrer comment ça se passe ici à Kinshasa. Il y a d'autres gens qui n'ont pas assez de moyens d'aller chez Busco pour acheter les pannes et ils viennent ici au marché.
Oui.
Voilà.
Voilà. Ici?
Ouais, c'est elle.
Bonjour. Bonjour, ça va?
Ça va. On fait les choix ensemble et puis on va aller chez le tailleur.
D'accord. How do you choose? There's so many.
Pan is a wax-printed cotton fabric. Sold in long strips, the material is ready to be fashioned into tailor-made outfits. The choices for color and pattern seemed endless. Each fabric has its own name and story, and some even have their own song.
Ça, c'est biscuit.
Biscuit.
Ça, c'est jardin de graines.
Ça,
c'est la soirée.
Right.
Quelqu'un a la fête,
oui.
Il peut faire quelque chose de bien pour la fête. Tu vois ça? Il y a le brillant.
That's nice. What do you guys think? I mean, this one's kind of cool. I've never had anything made from scratch before, except like, you know, the dinky clothes that I sewed myself, so this is kind of overwhelming. How do people choose their pan? Like, is there a certain thing that they're looking for?
Elle fait ça. Si elle trouve que ça va aller, la personne achète. Ça, comme il y a le couleur qui c'est un peu jaune comme ça, avec sa couleur, ça va pas aller, ça flash. C'est un peu quelque chose de sombre.
This one's quite cool, actually. Moi, j'aime bien.
Tu aimes bien le bleu? Voilà.
Okay, I'm picking this one. Oh my God, you guys! Why do all the bags have Obama on them?
On aime beaucoup Obama. On était là quand on a voté Obama toute la nuit. On était là, on aime beaucoup Obama. Nous aimons beaucoup Obama.
D'accord.
Merci, maman.
Merci.
Au revoir. Au revoir, chérie.
From her small Kinshasa-based workshop, Fanny creates designs for clients both in the Congo and around the world.
Vous voulez en une pièce ou bien en combinaison?
I was thinking maybe like square neck, you know, that starts here.
Et là, vous voyez quelque chose qui tombe comme ça.
Oui. Is it possible to make like high-waisted pants with it? I kind of wanted to make like a Bianca Jagger turban.
Oui.
Comme ça?
Oui, je vois.
What do you think?
Pour ceci, c'est vrai que ça fait, avec le turban, l'idée est très originale. Donc, ça fait as Mama Africa.
Voilà, c'est ça que j'allais dire.
No one has ever called me Mama Africa before, I can tell you that much.
OK, donc, parce qu'en fait, les manches, ça a du volume, c'est ce que les Africaines aiment beaucoup. Mais sur les bas, sur la longueur, c'est très européen, je trouve que c'est très beau.
It is nighttime. It's taken us all day to go through this process. I would love to make all of my clothes this way, but we just don't have a culture like that, and we definitely don't have the patience.
That evening, Urzul took me out dancing. Each song here has its own move. It reminded me of 1950s dance crazes. Everyone here knows how to do the Yamado and the Katafumbwa. Urzul explained that this is where trends are born in the Congo, on the dance floor.
I'm on my way to meet Chicken Thighs, who's one of the most famous dancers here in Kinshasa. And I've come to talk to her about why dance is such a big deal here. I hope she appreciates my freshly shaved legs. Chicken Thighs has become a local celebrity thanks to her inimitable dancing style and curves. Chicken Thighs has the shape that men want and girls aspire to.
Bonjour, ça va?
You look amazing. Oh my God. Cool. Those look hard to dance in.
Oui, c'est difficile, mais c'est difficile, mais moi je vais danser avec ça, je danse. C'est difficile, mais pour moi c'est pas difficile parce que je peux faire ça.
Oh my God. That was amazing. Got a heavy pour, my friend. How did you get the name Cuisse de Poulet?
Quand tu me vois là, tu vois comment il y a des hommes qui sont là, donc voilà, quand ils me voient, ils savent déjà que je suis cuisse de poulet parce que j'ai de grosses cuisses.
Yeah.
Et chez nous en Afrique, les grosses moulures dans les Camerounais de l'Iwel.
And does it make you feel powerful to have a body like that?
Il y a des gens qui sont complexés et quand elles me voient comme ça, elles me disent que vous allez abouer. Chez nous là, comme on dit, secret dans mon union, c'est quoi ton secret? Oh, mais moi je suis déjà comme ça.
Oui.
Dès que mon milieu au monde, je suis déjà
You're
comme
like,
ça.
I woke up like this.
Quoi? Si je maigris, on va dire qu'elle souffre, elle a des problèmes.
And what does it feel like when you dance?
Quand je danse, je mets 2 chaînes, je deviens la lionne. J'invite ma très chère pour les blancs. Aujourd'hui, ce soir, je fais du picard. Vous-même, vous allez voir comme ta copine va exhiber aujourd'hui. Tu es mon invité spécial pour aujourd'hui.
It would be an honor.
Yes.
The TV show that Chicken Thighs invited me to is one of the biggest dance shows in the country. It is broadcast all over Africa, and it is called Digi Weekend.
Will they make me dance?
Quand je vais te dire que pour les blancs,
oui.
Katafumboa, il faut faire ça. Hey, Amado.
Jack, don't go upskirt on me. Okay.
Hey, Amado. Hey, Amado. Et tu peux bouger? Tu peux bouger? Ouais. C'est ça. Hey, pour le blanc, en tout cas. J'accepte.
J'accepte. Merci, merci. They do this show every week, and I guess it's a real rite of passage for Congolese dancers. It's a show that can really make a career, apparently.
Il vous dit qu'aujourd'hui, ce sera plus chaud, plus beau, plus grave et plus gros. Pourquoi? Parce que nous avons une invitée spéciale, avec bien sûr son programme de Vice. Elle, c'est Hailey. Hailey, je vous demande d'applaudir bien fort pour mon invité spécial. Alors, pose la question de savoir au public, est-ce qu'on est chaud aujourd'hui? Pose la question.
Est-ce qu'on est chaud?
Elle a dit, elle a lancé le go. Dans 3, 2, 1, en musique.
So amazing in that room. It's like a sauna. It's so hot and so smelly, and no one cares. Everyone was just going for it. I understand why there's this obsession with curves and butt, because doing these dances, it makes all the difference.
The curves on display on the dance floor were not reflected at the Fashion Week. Here, the women were tall and slender like those on the catwalks of Paris, New York, or Milan. This Fashion Week seemed to forego its country's celebrated body type in favor of international runway standards.
Auto École Modèle. What does that mean? Can we stop here? There's all these girls outside doing their hair.
I stumbled upon a peculiar combination of a driving school and beauty academy.
Come in.
The girls learning to become beauticians offered to do my nails.
Is it important here for girls to have a big butt?
The injections the girl at the beauty academy was referring to is an alarming growing trend here. To make your butt bigger, women aren't using drugs or implants, but bouillon cubes. Yup, like the ones in your kitchen. I wasn't familiar with the magical properties of stock cubes, but ex-user Jenny was willing to explain to me how this process works.
C'est bon, na mona ki camarade nanga, eza pour ba fi balinga bango ba mikiete azomona azala mukie. Ezo stali bien peut-être ba koza le kirika imukaza mukie. Itala talaga bituna tunande ba ko découvrir ngo. Nga pe ndambala bosoto na sala ko ezaka mwa pasi. Mais tellement nazaka na posa nango.
Yeah.
Yo na sala ngo kaka.
Yeah.
Fini.
Okay. Okay, so she's putting water in. Ah! It's good.
C'est goût. Eza goût ya biloko.
Congolese women who use Magi believe that by anally ingesting the dissolved cubes, the ingredients will be absorbed locally, causing their body tissue to expand and apparently enhancing their assets.
When you put it into your butt, do you have to lay down or can you show me?
Akogumba ma peut-être boye, sali boye, allez. Kotisi na pompe yango, allez na bendi lisusu, kotisi su na pompe.
I'm very grateful that you helped me see how this is done, though I'm quite surprised that so many girls do it.
Eza un peu na ba risque. Ndenge médecin ayebisaki nga bi okoki su kosalela yango te.
Il y a des effets collatéraux qui sont liés à cet usage de cubes magiques. On a beaucoup de problèmes liés aux maladies rectales, des problèmes liés aussi à des troubles de conception. Ce problème est en même temps culturel et contextuel. Culturel par rapport à l'image que l'on se fait de la beauté, la danse, les musiciens ayant l'habitude de montrer les femmes grasses comme étant celles qui donnent envie. Être gras, c'est donner l'image de quelqu'un qui se suffit, qui a des moyens.
The pressure to look your best is so high here that alongside physical beauty treatments, many women turn to spiritual healers to improve their appearance.
I'm standing outside the house of a witch doctor. There's a girl inside who is going to have a consultation that I'm going to sit in on.
80% of the population identifies as Christian. However, many Congolese combine this with a traditional belief in the supernatural. People tend to consult spiritual healers before resorting to medical professionals.
Bonjour. Bonjour. Why did you come here today? How old are you?
22 ans.
And you think that you look older?
Ouais.
I think you look beautiful.
Merci.
Sarah believes she has been possessed by a spirit that makes her face appear older than she actually is. Asaya, a Muslim spiritualist, specializes in removing this perceived mask.
Hey! What promotion move? Allah, 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 Karimullah. Hauzu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Hauzu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. La ilaha illallah Muhammadar Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Fatiha. Hey!
How do you feel?
Non, plus bien.
And do you feel younger? Can you walk me through the process of what you did to this young lady?
Hapo maana mwanadamu waliopromokeni hapo na kumchungua majambo zake. Hasanamu ni kunena kweli mwanadamu amemuingia katika kilindi chake. Shetani hametoa uso zake katika uso la mjakazi.
In a way, it seemed bizarre and strange to us, but we're all trying to fix parts of ourselves that we don't like, and this is just another way to do it.
Women using spiritual means to improve their appearance is just one aspect of the Congo's widespread faith in the supernatural. This belief is contributing to a grave social problem in Kinshasa. Children are being accused of witchcraft in order to explain incidents like bedwetting or a sudden death in the family. Lutezo Diana is one of many religious healers who treats a variety of ailments for a fee. I've come to his clinic to meet 9-year-old Jarnessa, who has been accused of being a witch.
Are you her mother? What kind of trouble has this been bringing you?
Monique, il y a quelque chose nandako. Ulala nandako mona na likola batoli, loko ezotambola, donc kimye zati.
Do you know that you're a witch? How does it manifest itself in you?
Tuzabona babutu soki tokei ndeti topumbwe tokei tuzi bango tokena bokuna tobomi bango.
What kind of process do you go through with her?
Bakobanda soutenir na ba prière. Après avoir na prière wana, nde yango kosala neutraliser esprit wana. Après avoir, mais akozana nguya ya koboma mutu te.
Were you happy to come here to this place?
Naluka eloko wana msata na tina nto taranga elu. Nelina bonga na zonga class.
The fate of children diagnosed as witches is often bleak. Because poverty is so pervasive, witchcraft is used increasingly as an excuse to abandon your child if you can no longer afford to look after them. This has contributed to Kinshasa having one of the world's worst street kid problems. 90% of girls turn to prostitution to survive. 17-year-old Lundress is an exception. Cast out at age 7, she survives by washing cars.
How long have you lived in this van?
Maman patinga na église, bana tinga na église. Bano ngolanga milimo mabete po nazalaki nanga na ngote donc bano komona pe milimo mabete. Tinekina pina ki na église wana. Yo na komi kolala na mituka awa. Ndenge na ponaki musala na monaki musala ko sala te po kindumba eza vite nalataka bilamba oyo mpo naza na moto ntango na kosuka motuka moto ayeba nalati kama mwa teni yango moni forme nanga ekoma.
Do you ever feel like you want to dress in a more feminine way?
nasitaka nalata bongo me nasitaka fo nalata bongo bayanki bakoya awa emo abeti porte obeta boye.
And what are they trying to do when they're trying to get in the car?
Baviole nga esalaka nga mpasi nde navandaka awa esalaka nga mpasi.
There's no avoiding the realities of life in the DRC, where the daily priority for most people is survival. And in that way, the Fashion Week may feel like a superficial event. But on the other hand, it serves as a marker of stability in an otherwise volatile region. Back at Fashion Week, the Sapeurs were getting ready.
How do you get all the money to buy a jacket like that?
This was it, the culmination of the fashion show, with the Sapeurs about to take center stage.
Mesdames et messieurs, les sapeurs.
La belle créature, Caritosa, la force du Congo.
Ouais, ça va 100% papier.
By celebrating traditional fabrics and featuring a Sapeurs show, I felt that the Fashion Week captured the essence of this country's identity. But it was the runway of the streets that really stole my heart. The people of the DRC's devotion to the art of dressing up, even in the midst of this volatility, has the power to transform these streets into a point of national pride.
It's pretty much the drawing she made. It's the fabric I picked. It's the cut I picked. It's awesome.